Welcome to this screencast on case citation. It's one in a series of screencasts on case law research presented by the UNM School of Law Library. What's a case citation? A case citation is a reference to where a case, also called a decision or an opinion, has traditionally been printed in a book. The citation can also be used to retrieve cases in print and online. The precise format of a case citation depends on a number of factors, including the citation system you're using, the jurisdiction, the court, and the type of case. Common citation systems referred to in this podcast are the Blue Book 20th edition and the system articulated in New Mexico Rule 23-112. Review the relevant sections on case citation in the citation system you're using, such as the Blue Book or New Mexico Rule 23-112, before trying to format a case citation for the first time. The basic format of a case citation is as follows per the Blue Book. The first line of the citation includes the name of the case, which includes the two parties here, American Geophysical Union versus Texaco Incorporated, then the volume number, which here is 60, then the reporter abbreviation, which is the Federal Reporter in its third series, then the first page of the case, 913, then the pinpoint site to the specific page to which your quote or paraphrasing is referring, and then in parens, the court, Second Circuit, and then the year of the decision, which is 1994, and then you close the parens. Citing cases per the New Mexico Citation Rule is different. The New Mexico Citation Rule is detailed in New Mexico Rule 23-112. It applies to pleadings filed in any New Mexico court after August 1st, 2013. It must include the official citation, otherwise known as the vendor-neutral or public domain citation to cases. So in other words, if you're drafting pleadings to be filed in any New Mexico court, your case citation has to comply with this particular rule as detailed in 23-112. Let's take a look at that rule. Here's the rule located at the New Mexico Compilation Commission's website. The rule itself is pretty short. However, the appendix, including technical and citation information, specifically in this case, Section 2, on New Mexico cases, is quite detailed because it gives you examples of how the rule plays out and how to cite cases. As a reminder, reporters for state court decisions are as follows. The old reporter was the New Mexico Reports. It was published by West. The newer reporter is the New Mexico Appellate Reports. Specifically, Revised Rule 23-112 implements the decision to make the digital version of New Mexico Appellate Opinions the official body of New Mexico law. The digital versions are available via New Mexico OneSource or freely available at the New Mexico Compilation Commission's website, which we just visited. These digital versions of New Mexico Appellate Opinions, in conjunction with the printed versions, which appear in a bound volume, which on the spine reads New Mexico Appellate Reports, are in conjunction with each other referred to as the New Mexico Appellate Reports. So the digital version of those is the official body of New Mexico law. Regional reporters published by West still exist. Our region, where New Mexico is located, is covered by the Pacific Reporter, which contains published appellate court case decisions, and it has 3 series. So per the citation rule in New Mexico Rule 23-112, for cases that appear in volumes 1 through 150 of those old New Mexico reports published by West, the amended Rule 23-112 requires the vendor-neutral case cite and a parallel citation to the New Mexico reports. I'll show you an example of these in a minute. For cases filed after volume 150, so post March 1st, 2012, no parallel citation is required. A cite to only the vendor-neutral format will suffice. Parallel citation to the Pacific Reporter is discretionary. So Part 2A of that appendix to Rule 23-112 provides a good explanation of all of this. That said, please remember, don't cite the unofficial hardbound volumes of the New Mexico appellate reports. You have to cite per the vendor-neutral specific citation rule. So here's an example of how that looks. If you need to cite to the New Mexico reports, the old ones published by West, it looks like this. The volume number, which is 122, NM, which stands for New Mexico Reports, and the page number, when in this case it's 23. The vendor-neutral citation, the new citation required, again, cases filed after volume 150 post March 1st, 2012, look like this. 1998, which is the year the case was decided. The abbreviation for the court that issued the case, New Mexico Supreme Court or New Mexico Court of Appeals, and then a 3-digit number which corresponds and is issued sequentially as the cases are handed down. So this 1998 NMSC 001 refers to the first case handed down by the judges in the New Mexico Supreme Court in that particular session year in 1998. An example, we can find out a lot of information that's embedded in that citation. First, the year that the case was issued, 1996, the court that issued it, New Mexico Court of Appeals, and then 035, which shows that it was the 35th case that was issued and the opinion was issued by that court. A conversion table is available at the New Mexico Compilation Commission. So if you only have the old New Mexico Reporter site, or if you only have the vendor neutral site, there's a conversion table that will help you find how to parallel cite to those particular cases, either via the New Mexico Reports or vendor neutral site. How you'd cite to Pacific Reporter the same case, for example. The Pacific Reporter site looks like this. Again, the volume number 37, Pacific Reporter, 3rd series, and then the page number 81. Here's how you actually craft a cite per the New Mexico vendor neutral citation rule. First, you list the parties, Bianco versus Horror 1 Productions, and then you list the vendor neutral citation for the case in question. In this example, it's 2009 NMSC 006, comma, and then the paragraph number pinpointing the particular paragraph that you're referring to. And then in this instance, you parallel cite to the old New Mexico reports, 145 NM 551, because this is a 2009 case. Again, it's prior to the last issuance of the New Mexico reports, which was volume 150. This was volume 145. If this was a case published in 2012 after volume 150 of the New Mexico reports, it would look like this. State versus Dickert, 2012, New Mexico Court of Appeals, 004, paragraph number 28, because this particular case was published after volume 150 of the New Mexico reports. If you, in your discretion, cite to the Pacific Reporter, here's how you would craft that vendor neutral cite. Bianco versus Horror 1 Productions, the names of the parties. A cite to the vendor neutral, citation for the case, 2009 NMSC 006, and then the paragraph pinpoint cite. Parallel cite to the New Mexico reports, and then last but not least, a cite to the Pacific Reporter. Or if it's a case that was published after volume 150 of the New Mexico reports, you would simply put the party name, the vendor neutral citation, pinpoint cite to the paragraph, and then cite to the Pacific Reporter. If you're trying to cite a formal precedential opinion that's not yet been assigned a citation, the New Mexico citation rule details as follows. If you have a formal precedential opinion that's not been assigned a citation, the following citation form can be used. You list the names of the parties, State v. Largo, the vendor neutral citation general form, and you can omit the 3-digit number that sequentially is assigned as the case has been issued, since it doesn't exist. And then in parens, you can include the particular docket number and the date that the case was issued. So in this case, in parens, you have the docket number 32055, and then you list the date that the case was issued. If the database you're researching in only has a vendor-specific site, such as a Westlaw-specific site or a Lexis-specific site, you can use the parallel citation table available at the New Mexico Compilation Commission website. Especially in the case of West reports, they will issue the New Mexico Reporter citation, and you can find from there the parallel citation to the vendor-neutral site. If you need help with your research strategies, we law librarians can assist. Please contact the Law Library Reference Desk. Law reference staff is available in person, by phone, and by email for your consultation. Thank you. To consult with you.